G'day viewers, how we doing? Craig Whitney here, your founder of Next Level Coaching and the Legacy Forge. We are well today for another episode and the last of the series of the Arete Method. So first up, like and subscribe on YouTube for video, Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Tag a mate, share this around. This is transformational actions here. This is not more motivation or any of that rubbish getting around. This is transformational. I've been studying some men's rights initiation in the last day or so, and it's got me really thinking of the Arete method, and it's dropped me into that time zone, that era of the Roman, Spartan, Greek, that era of time where conquest was taking place. The Romans were actively expanding. The original cultures of the Celts were pushed back out of Europe, but left their symbols and teachings behind of the original culture, of the original path to the divine, to the awakening. And it's got me thinking on how to not position the Arete method, but use it as a tool for surgical transformation, because that's what it is. This is not some surface level coaching fluff or therapy. I'm not interested in meandering around people's beliefs or story. I've been coached by the top elite business coaches such as JT Fox, who are like surgeons. They will go to those confrontational levels and dig and dig and go to those places where you're terrified of going. And they will dig and they will dig and they will dig until we get a result. That's kind of, in summary, what the Arete method is. It is the excellence of just being. And in that being, there's digging through multiple layers to get there. It's really sitting at the peak of spiritual or proto consciousness, where you're sitting at that threshold between reality, our conscious world, and the subconscious realm of the spiritual realm, or the proto consciousness, where you're sitting above that. You're so deeply aware of your consciousness and subconsciousness, yet you're at a threshold to that next realm. However, your energy is so grounded that you're not woo-woo and chaotic and sporadic, and you're going down the astrology path and banging crystals together and doing the meditations and ayahuasca and everything else like that. Your energy is so stoic and grounded, and it comes with such brevity. And I cannot find any other leaders that model that energy apart from our stoic leaders such as Socrates, Plato, Seneca, Micheleva. I was just reading earlier about the mind, the controlled emotions, Pythagoras, and many other leaders of the time. Yeah, I have met some really great men in my life who have helped me help myself, who model that energy, and they know who they are. Some more gentler, some more rigid than others, some more grounded, and they show a lot of this energy, this arete, excellence of being, that stoic being of energy. I'm not talking about the stoic, unemotionalist, utilize an NLP hack to, disarm yourself. I'm talking about a man who's in control of his emotions, who's emotionally expressive when he needs to be, yeah, in controlled times. That's what this model also reflects. So today's episode is where we get to get out of the theory. So those that are jumping on, finding out who I am and what I do, we're at the tail end of what this Arete Method is. And I started sharing this content, this teaching stuff on my podcast because social media was just blocking me and continuously blocking me all the time. So I thought, bugger it, I'll just share it on my podcast. And if people get it, they get it. If they don't, they get it. It's just free content. You can apply this to your everyday life, each and every day. But I warn you, use it with integrity. Use it with integrity. It is confrontational. If you sit with how I'm going to explain the taste of the model, because I won't give it all to you. I'll give you enough to get that snowball effect, and that's about it, yeah? I won't give you a complete coaching session on it or a complete coaching step by step, the how-to as the years go, ooh, teach me how to do that. Teach me how, no. And you won't find this on YouTube either, okay? Where we step into the why not. Yes, you will find my mentor who helped me create this. His name is Robert Dilts, and he did design the logical levels of therapy. Okay, this is where that is where this as originally came from for reference. Okay, and Robert Dilts is a beautiful man and a great mentor and a great teacher of his craft. Okay, and then I've had other coaches come along, plus my life story of the last 8 years, and we've refined this model into the Arete Method, the excellence of just being, the future of just being. So today's episode, so let's put this together. Let's wind it up, okay? What's a situation right now that you're maybe going through? Could it be a limiting belief? I know I'm meeting a lot of network marketers at the minute, for instance. Totally contradicts my market where I'm targeting at the moment. It seems that I'm expanding my growth because I'm inviting people into it from different calibers. Okay, so let's use a common thread here of, say, a coach, network marketer, shiny object syndrome. Okay, so immediately my first question is straight away, okay, you've told me something that, all right. So I start with 3 questions, always. What's your future state? Straight up. Catch up in 3 years. What's your business and life looking like? Give us a rundown. Drop into it. What's your current state? Then's the next question. And so what's your challenges right now? Let the body feel it. If you don't let the body feel it, it cannot be worked with. We must get out of here because here is here, the safety mechanism. Let the body feel your pain point, right? You stick your hand on a stove, it's hot. You don't move your hand unless you feel it, right? Well, let your body feel that sensation of what you're going through, that pain point, that bottleneck, that challenge. And if there's an emotional pull there, then hey, we've got something there to work with, yeah? So what is your challenge? Shiny object syndrome, okay. That's surface. And generally I'll call bullshit because it's very surface level. But definitely something, a common issue, all right? Something I can work with. So the very first question is, what outcome do you want in the next 12 months? Very first question, simple, very simple question. I'm giving this away to you for free for being part of my world, my podcast. You can join my Facebook group, the Ascension Circle, if you want. Follow me on Facebook, Jim's Life Coaching, North Lakes, and follow me on LinkedIn. Add me on LinkedIn. Add me on all the socials. I'm giving you my coaching model. I'm giving it away. I don't care. I want to add value to people's lives. That is my passion. Okay? That is my passion. Now, not too many people will take it up. And we're all honing into the how-to. That magical how-to. That the accountability piece there is how many of you will step into the why not? That's the question. That's where I come in and I lead you, or you come to me so I can lead you. Yeah? I don't help, I don't rescue. So what's your outcome over the next 12 months? So the next question is, where I'm asking the audience on stage now, as I run this into my keynote, is when no one's watching, who are you? Really great question, isn't it? I don't care if you're a manager or a leader at work and you got the peacock uniform on and the pretty colours and the nice flash name badge on your chest and the decorations on your desk and the big brimstone fire and timber table with the certificates behind you. I don't care. I really don't care. That's good for a performance act. But who are you? Who's that leader in that office when your fellow staff mates go home, your team goes home, when you're by yourself behind your computer, when your family's not around? Who are you? When the franchise is not there, when the customers are not calling, who are you? What are you doing? Mhm. Another question is, and on the identity, because these two really tie one another as well. Yeah? Those two really tie together. They gel like there's no tomorrow. Really well. For a purpose, for a reason. And I am shuffling my paper here. So who are you when no one's watching? So the next question is identity. What lie are you living right now? What story are you telling yourself that's BS, bullshit, shiny object syndrome? Bullshit. What's deeper? Because I don't believe you. What's deeper than that? And what truth are you willing to own? So you've discovered what lie you keep telling yourself that keeps you stuck in this state. What truth are you willing to own from it? Yeah? Yeah? The questions can go the other way around too. What lie you're telling yourself and what truth you're willing to own. Imagine that being in front of your team and being authentically honest instead of throwing a script out there that's so inauthentic, or you hide behind a logo of a franchise. We don't relate to logos anymore. We don't buy from companies. We as consumers purchase through relationships of people. Authentic people. because I want to get to know you, like you, and trust you. I don't care about the brand. Yeah, the brand's got the power behind it. Okay? Got the history, the service, the standards, etc. I get it. The system plays an important role. And I will openly admit I'm not about changing any systems, particularly in the franchising world. That is not the way I speak. Find your authentic voice within an already successful system. That's where I'm looking at. So the second question is, well, it can go that way too. What lie are you telling yourself and what truth you're willing to own? And the third point is, I kind of had those questions a little bit way around, but they still gel, is who are you when no one's watching? Right? And the fourth question is, who taught you these beliefs and who hurt you? Really, that's where I'll stop, is these four questions. And I will dig a little more. So we go back up to legacy. So what outcome do you want in the next 12 months? Okay, so what do you stand for? What do you stand for? If I was to poke you in the chest and challenge you, because I want to see you stand up for yourself a little bit here. Yeah? What do you stand for? Show me. Show me. I don't care about what you say. I really don't. Show me what you stand for. What's 3 things that you stand for? 3 words. Now, because they will define here your top 3, right? What lie have you been telling yourself and what truth? What truth are you willing to own right now? The lies are the beliefs that you've been modeled to, or the illusion that you've been conditioned to from your past life, family, mentors, models, experiences, right? And it also plays into your capabilities, the lies, the illusions, the capabilities you've been doing, the habits, same as your behaviors and environment. It all trickles down, right? Who taught you and who hurt you? And then the rest is pretty much history. We could work out the rest down below, because what we do here is we start a snowball effect from these 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. There's enough information there that the rest of these will come through. And I could go on a complete whole coaching sequence here. Keep going all the way through to your spiritual of who's influencing you. All right? It doesn't bother me. But the primal questions that I focus is to hear. What outcome do you want? What do you stand for? Because I want to feel your values. Right? I don't want to see you with another value painted on your forehead like a stamp, like, oh, I stand for integrity, stamp, next. Oh, accountability, stamp, next. Oh, look at those pretty things painted up on the wall. Oh, $5,500 signage, thank you very much, for a whole heap of core values that nobody gives a shit about because they don't feel it. They don't feel it. I don't care. It's not what you say. Language leaves clues. I'm listening. Language leaves clues. Right? I'm watching your body, your eye patterns, your body language, your micro movements, your gestures, your non-verbal intelligence. I'm watching for that. And these 4 questions in this realm show me that, then I can come down here. And then ask around capabilities. Well, then I've got enough information where I could go, okay, so who are you when no one's watching? Well, then your capabilities are here, which is creating this behavior within this environment, yeah? Would that be true? Or something happened in your earlier life, somebody taught you these beliefs through a traumatic experience, maybe an unsafe home or some sort of experience which you've taken on, which has created a core value about yourself, yeah? Which has then affected your outcome over here, which has kept you stuck, yeah? Which has created the story that you keep telling yourself to avoid owning your truth, to keep you hiding or performing when you're being watched in responsibility in your business, in your franchise, in your life, maybe a father or a parent, you're performing, yeah? You're acting, yeah? Know the difference between acting and who you are when you're by yourself. Notice that. Let that sit, okay? We change here. Actually, this whole journey really is a descent. And the reason I start from the top to the bottom is we start with the outcome first. What do you really want? Let us drop into that, yeah? Drop into that. Let the body drop in. Get out of here. Excellence of being comes from here. We shift from the how-to mindset to the why not. We go from the head, which is just noise, SOPs, data, procedure, raw list, fucking that, to here. And once we step into the heart, then the how-to will naturally align itself. Then we align that. Then we become full in alignment. Then we begin to sit between the reality of the now in full awareness and the spiritual proto consciousness, that layer. The only difference between us teetering into the spiritual layer is if we transition into that layer, such as death, or we a sacrifice or something like that. That's the only difference that stops. Does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions? Comment below, right? Anyways, I don't want to ramble on. I don't want these solo episodes going too long. Otherwise, I tend to ramble. Like and subscribe on all the major platforms, Spotify, Apple, and YouTube for the video. Tag a mate and share, okay? And I will drop a 3-minute burnout audit for you guys to fill out. That's 11 questions. That's ripping through this model very quickly. 3 minutes. Don't think about it. 3 minutes. Any longer than 3 minutes and you're in here. All right. Book a call. Let's have a conversation. 30 minutes, a connection call. I'm not pitching nothing. Right? I don't even know if I could work with you unless I have a conversation with you, unless I can build a relationship with you. 30-minute, no obligation connection call. Simple as that. Okay? Alrighty. I'm off. That's today's episode. Putting it all together. Okay? Arete Method. It is the future of the excellence of just being. Talk to you later, guys. Bye for now.